Morning everyone, my name is Zuki Kalaba. I am a founder and owner of Homestager West Coast. So I'm sure most of you are wondering, what is homestaging? I mean, it's not about just the placement of furniture, it's about the act and the art of putting things together that will actually appeal to a whole lot range of buyers. I mean, when you talk of Khayelitsha, there's a certain type of buyer that would want to be in Khayelitsha. When you talk of Rondebosch, there's a certain type of buyer that would want to be in Rondebosch. And when you talk of Malmesbury, where I am, there's a certain type of buyer that would want to be in Malmesbury. So you have to take all of those factors into account when you're going to stage a property. Understand the target buyer that this property is trying to entice. Right? So that is what homestaging is all about. There's so many benefits to homestaging, but because of time, I can't dwell in all of them, right? I will only focus on the three. Now, the first one is a quicker and more profitable sale. What do I mean about that? I actually mean that when a house is staged, you are likely to get up to 10% in terms of the offer that you are getting. So you have a list price. Let's say you are selling this house for 500,000, right? So you can get offers above the 500,000. That is what staging does. So you can actually get more profit into your pocket as a seller. And then you also create a better first impression. So by creating that first impression, I mean, remember, when you put a house or a property on the market, you're not only competing against yourself, you are competing against a whole lot of other properties. So you need your property to stand out. How will your property stand out? You create that first impression. Because people are so clever out there. When they see a property, they also compare it with the other properties that they see online. And immediately they make a decision. So it takes about 10 seconds for a particular buyer to actually say, I will go for this property. But buyers will not go for a property which is so busy. I mean, cluttered, that's what I mean. And then you create a perception of a bigger home, right? So with that in mind, you are not saying that you're gonna hide all the defects in the property. No, it's not what staging is about. You create a perception whereby you give it more space, you give the rooms more light, you also make the space to feel bigger and warm and homely. These stats that I'll be sharing with you, they are based overseas, but we have also proved them in the country as the home stagers. So 85% of homes that are staged are sold for over 5 to 23% over the list price. It's a return on investment with just 1% of your list price, of an investment of your list price, you actually get a return of about 5 to 15%, right? And then the average number of days that a home is for sale is just 23 days when it's staged. But when it is not staged, it can go up to 60 to 90 days. And remember, by the time that it sits there longer, there is somebody who wants to buy your house, but they are just waiting for it to be reduced. And it's going to reduce for 100,000 and more, and they will give you an offer which you will not understand at the end of the day. You would think that your house is the best looking house, but it's not like that. You must always think when you go out there shopping for coffee, there's so many coffees on that aisle, but you will always take what resonates with you. This one is the latest project that I've recently done, and I'm so proud of this one because with just 30 days, after we stage. It's a new development. So the brief was, it's Wild Olive Estate in Brackenfell. The brief was from the developer. They want to sell very quickly. They want to see a return on investment very quickly. So they didn't want to build and then still look for buyers. So what we did, as soon as the first house was up, we staged it. Within a period of 30 days, 14 units were sold and rented.